Welcome back to another edition of Coffee Time with TD. Move over, Rova, and let TD take over. Be good or be good at it. God is great, always in, always. Get your pooper scooper, because TD is talking shit. I got a surprise for you. JD Vance and I finally agree. JD Vance the other day admitted that prices of groceries and housing are way too expensive. Well, no shit, Captain Obvious. Thank you for that. I've been preaching that for the past year, give or take. Somehow, some way, he has found a way to blame Biden. Of course, President Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, that is the script. Blame Biden, blame Obama, right? Blame Hillary. It can be 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now when President Donald Trump is still president and the American economy has been crippled, Americans have been crippled, and even a decade from now, President Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and the rest of his administration will be blaming Biden and Obama and Hillary and fuck knows who else. But the truth of the matter is, Americans are hurting. And I've been preaching that for over a year now. And J.D. Vance is 100% right. Housing is too expensive. Groceries are too expensive. Cost of living, cost of life in America is way too expensive. People are working 2 and 3 jobs. People are fucking hurting in America, and it is only getting worse. He said that they're making progress. No, they're not. There's more fucking delusion, right? Delusional. No, they're not. There's no progress being made of cost of living, cost of life in America. And that's just the facts. But surprisingly, J.D. Vance and I do agree. But according to President Donald Trump, this is the greatest era in American history. I guess greatest era in American history means people are working 2 and 3 jobs, can't afford life, can't afford housing, can't afford groceries, can't afford to live, can't afford to put their kids through school, can't afford Medicare, health insurance, medical care, et cetera, et cetera. But according to President Donald Trump, this is the greatest era in American history. And that's the truth. Americans are hurting. J.D. Vance is 100% correct. And it was surprising for me to hear J.D. Vance come out and say that, right? How does a fish get caught? It opens its mouth. I was very surprised to come out and for J.D. Vance to come out and admit that, yes, the American economy is fucked. And I'm sure that he got reprimanded by President Donald Trump. I believe he was on, J.D. Vance was talking to Laura Ingraham, which Laura Ingraham is one of my favorite donkeys. I love me some more Laura Ingraham. She's at the top of the donkey list. But again, that is the path that America is on. That is the path that America has chosen. It's just surprising for me to hear J.D. Vance come out and admit it. No, America's fucked. The dollar's getting killed by the euro, and inevitably the recession will set in. And I'm sticking to that. Because sooner or later, the rubber will meet the road. Because, again, the American economy and what is going on right now is not sustainable. It's not. Full stop, end of. It is absolutely not sustainable. People are hurting, and sooner or later, the chickens will come home to roost. And I give it another month and a half at the most. Because again, if you don't believe what I'm saying, just listen to what Vice President J.D. Vance is saying. Americans cannot afford groceries. What more do you need to know? When people show you and tell you who they are, fucking believe them.